Tell him anything that's on your heart. Look him in the camera and give him a message right now.
I love you more, and I'm sorry for what I did. I regret it, and like I said, I'm trying to get back myself together. Just forgive me for what I've done, and I hope you have a great life, and keep me in prayer. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. It hurt. Like I said,
I am in the storm. Okay? I got a part-time job. I'm a tax expert, so I only live doing taxes. I'm 60 years old. I don't have retirement. My family is spread across the country, and I don't have a strong black man who I love like this in my life. I'm not married. I know my time is fast.
Wow.
I am in the winter. I'm in the storm.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dear. Let me ask you a question.
Your fate is before you. Choose wisely.
What's up, YouTube?
All right, we're going to get right into it, guys. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to explore why some are aborting or more or less taking away their privileges as women, and while some are actually ending up frustrated based on their choices that they've made. We know that the wall is inevitable. Men go through the wall as well, but our wall is totally different if we work on ourselves and build on ourselves and take care of our health and make sure we're eating healthy and getting our rest. But because women are the icons of beauty, and they are the icons of beauty, the wall for a woman is totally different. And you guys remember and understand the times when you were growing up in high school or when you were dating certain types of women. They gave you no time of the day. But they thought that they could forever get a man from the man tree to the point that their time expired. In this story by Atlanta Street Interviews, I'm going to do a reaction to this woman and so many women like her that had good men. They abandoned good men. They used good men, men that loved them. And now they are victims of the wall and homelessness. Many thought the hot girl summer would last forever. But with the recent Roe v. Wade situation, many are coming to a conniption that those choices that they thought they had no longer are available. And as men begin to open up and wake up and know what their options are and their rights, they're not tolerating behaviors that we tolerated in the past. Let's look at this thing real quick, guys, and we're going to break this reaction down.
Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady today. How you doing today, miss?
hello.
All right. So, are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How old are you?
51.
51. And so how long have you been homeless?
3 months.
Okay. So what was it that happened 3 months ago that caused you to become homeless?
I left a program and got back out here on drugs. Got frustrated behind the drama and just gave up. And I got.
And guys, what's the sad thing is you have a lot of women just like this woman that are older, and they're older in life, and they still haven't got it right. They still haven't got it right. They still haven't or not doing the right things that they deserve or desire. And you got women just like her that are still making mistakes later in life. That's why guidance, having strong men and accountability is so important. But because so many women are prone to be slaves to their feelings, what many are realizing is that they are saboteurs to their own ignorance. And that's why it's important for men to set standards and stand firm on those standards and not compromise. 51 and homeless. Listen to the story, guys. To the women that are astute, you need to listen as well.
Got back out here on drugs.
Okay, what drugs are we talking about?
Cocaine.
Crack cocaine?
Crack cocaine and alcohol.
Okay. And so what was the drama that was happening that made you leave?
Females were jealous and they kept nitpicking about little things.
What were they jealous about?
Hair. I had an afro. I fixed myself up every day. They had complaints about that. They said I stayed in the bathroom too long. They said I ate certain type of food that they had. They lied on me and said I had touched their food, and I didn't. And
How long was you staying in the bathroom?
maybe about 30 minutes. But it was just that they was just nitpicking.
Okay.
You know,
well, I mean, but 30 minutes, that's kind of a long time to be in the bathroom.
But you know, I had to fix my hair, brush my teeth, put my makeup on, and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm doing better. I'm getting off the street Friday. My brother's coming to pick me up, and I'll be back out in a group home.
Okay, all right. So, do you have any kids?
I have one daughter. Her name is Ebony. She's 31. She's staying in Castleberry Apartment over here on Northside Drive.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Yeah, I'm still married. I'm just separated.
Okay. What age did you get married?
22.
And shout out to Atlanta Street Interviews. He's done a phenomenal job in Atlanta interviewing people that are broken, people that are hurt, people that have drug addictions or whatever issue. But what you're seeing there also is that a lot of these zennials and millennials, they have parents, but some won't take them in or even consider taking them in. This woman was married to a man that was older than her. But once again, she played the role of a fool, and now she's suffering. I want you guys to listen intently to what she's saying and form a concrete analysis of why and what she could have done better.
Okay. And so, when did you guys separate? How old were you when you guys separated?
Actually, it was 17 years later. I think like
so it's like 39.
39, right?
Okay, so you guys' marriage was intact for 17 years.
He left upset. What I was a stripper first, and he met me in the strip club.
She was a stripper first, and that goes back to Hot Girl Summer. And listen, some could argue that he should have never got with a woman like her. Some could argue that he should have never got with the unsavory woman because he knew what he was getting into. But however, she had a man that cared a lot for her, but she took it for granted, like so many do. And so in the latter years of their life, the wall hits them, they go through different stages of the wall. Chantel Simone did a great job talking about the different stages of the wall, from the fertility wall to the physical wall, and also to many, the financial wall. And this woman has hit the wall. She slammed straight into it. And the glory that she had in her 20s no longer exists. And that's why it's so important for you guys to understand you have more power than you realize. That's why you don't have to settle for mediocrity or bad behavior, but you need to focus on getting women that can get with your program. And if they don't get with your program, you come with an exit strategy and you get rid of them expeditiously. Keep listening.
But actually, I kept playing on his money. I wanted money from him all the time. So he gave up on me and just left.
How old was he?
He was 41. He was older than me.
And guys, that's what you cannot do when it comes down to women. You cannot lead with your wallet. You have to lead with structure, order, and balance. Those are the things that women respect. They might not want it, but that's what they respect.
41 when y'all got married?
Yeah.
And you was 22?
Yeah.
What clubs did you dance in?
The Blue Flame and the Montrose and the Foxy.
Hey, man, shout out to the Blue Flame, man. Shout out to the Blue Flame. Shout out to DJ Hershey, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still at the Blue Flame, man, but shout out DJ Hershey.
Right.
All right, man. And so, okay. So, all right. And so, is your child by him?
No, he don't have any children.
Okay, so you didn't give him any kids?
No, I didn't give him no kids.
Why not?
Because I think he couldn't have kids. He was messed up like that.
What type of job did he have?
He used to be a correctional officer at Jackson Diagnostic Prison.
And even though, guys, she said she think he was messed up, there are a lot of women that have kids, had a lot of fun in their younger years. Some would say ran through. And, they don't think you deserve a child. They expect you to take care of them and the kids they had by other men that were losers. But, they don't want to give you a child. And see, when it comes down to something like that, guys, run from women like that because they don't add any value to your life. They're just trying to see you as the utility man or the cleanup man. because they are resource creatures by nature. And you got to understand that you should never be the cleanup man or come in last place. Keep listening.
And so, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of money.
He made $4,000 a month, sometimes $5,000. He dealt with killers and diagnostics like Wayne Williams.
Well, right, but $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
It ain't a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's still kind of middle class.
Yeah, middle class.
And so you say that he was just giving you all his money?
He was giving me dad credit cards. He had great credit. He had credit, A1 credit. He had a lot of credit cards.
Okay.
So he did a lot of credit information. Got money off his credit card and gave it to me.
And so was there infidelity in that relationship? Were you cheating?
Yeah, I did a lot of cheating.
Okay.
I was young, felt like I was...
Had a good man, guys, but she was cheating. She was cheating because she didn't value him. She didn't value him because he led with his wallet. She didn't value him because he did not hold her accountable. Women like this are typical with the average American woman, regardless of race or ethnicity. And you don't help them by trying to save them. You help them by letting them fall. They're going to either learn through hardship or they learn through reason, and many don't learn through reason. Let them fall. Let them slam straight into the wall. Because at the end of the day, guys, you have worth and value as men. Your life, your money, your resources, your status, your time, the things you contribute to the world has value. And when you minimize that value, trying to please a woman that does not honor and respect you as a man, then you play the role of a fool. Keep listening.
Pretty and, brush, and then played on him and got me another boyfriend. I was money hungry.
Okay.
Not anymore, though.
So you had other boyfriends while he was...
2 of them.
Okay, wow. Did he know about them?
Yeah, he found out. I got pregnant with one of them. And he found out.
Did you have the baby?
No, he paid for an abortion. He was so mad, my husband. Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
Okay, why didn't the guy that you got pregnant by pay for the abortion?
He didn't want to. He wanted me to have the baby and leave my husband. But like I said, he was a younger guy. He wanted me to leave and give up on my husband.
And that's a classic case of simping. I know you really feel sorry for this fool now because you let another man impregnate your wife and your woman and you stayed. So what does that say about you and your value and your self-esteem as a man? Some of you men are slaves to a woman's private parts, the box. But what are you getting in return? You're not getting honor. You are indignifying yourself as a man, but then you turn around and complain. So to the men that stay with women for the sake of sexual pleasure, you are a fool. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you have is your dignity and your word. So I don't feel sorry for this man. I did it first, but listening to what this woman is saying, if that hadn't been me, she would have been gone. I don't care how good her box is, how pretty she is. She would have been gone. Keep listening.
I didn't do it, so,
Well, why not? I mean, did you love your husband?
I didn't love him. I didn't love nobody but myself. I was like that.
Okay. Hey, man, self-awareness is important.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from here.
Man, shout out Atlanta, man. Shout out to ATL. All right, man, and so what part? What side?
West side. West side. Spelman College.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Shout out to the whole AUC.
Yeah.
That whole area, man. So,
Right.
All right. And so growing up here in Atlanta, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
Yeah, mom and dad, right.
Okay. And so were they married?
Yeah, married, yeah.
Okay. And so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I'm a twin. I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. It's 6 of us, including myself.
And so you're a twin with a male?
Boy, yeah.
Okay. And so you say you have how many brothers?
2.
Okay, 2 brothers,
Actually,
3 sisters?
It's my twin and my oldest brother.
Okay, and so you guys are the second born? You
Yeah.
and your twin? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so your parents were married. Growing up, would you say that you had a fairly normal childhood?
No, they fought all the time. My mom was a drunk. She stayed on alcohol, and she drunk a lot. Drunk herself to death. She died of cirrhosis at 44 years old.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. My dad is still living though. He's 86.
Wow.
He has cancer though. prostate cancer.
Yeah. I've got a family member that had prostate cancer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it wasn't normal because there was a lot of arguing and fighting going on.
Yeah.
Alcoholism, things like that.
Right.
Okay. Did you go to high school?
Yeah, I didn't finish. I dropped out.
What school did you go to?
Washington High.
Man, shout out Washington, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
And guys, you would think that many times that these men and women, but since we're talking about women, are victims of broken homes. But some of these people came from good homes and they still rebel. Having a good home is not the panacea to having good behavior. It's not the panacea. It helps, and it is a protective factor, but it does not guarantee that a person won't go astray. That's why these conversations and these shows are so important, because I don't want many of the young men to go through some of the things that many men that were unaware went through. And these kind of conversations give men a structural framework on how to build their standards and what they will and will not tolerate in women. Keep listening.
My mom died and I got on drugs and started dancing in a strip club.
So what grade did you leave?
11th grade.
11th grade, she's about 16?
Yeah.
And so that's when your mom passed?
Yeah.
And what drugs are we talking about? Is that when you started crack cocaine? Okay, so that was powder back then.
Powder back then.
Okay, and you got into clubs at 16?
Yeah, actually I was 17. They let me go in there. I didn't have a license. The manager bought my costume and he let me get away with it. You know, let me dance, without a license.
Okay.
We took a chance, yeah.
All right, and so you guys, so that's around 17 when that happened. And you say you met your husband and y'all got married, you was 22?
Right.
How long did y'all date before y'all got married?
We didn't date long. We just jumped into the marriage.
So he was like, he wanted this young pretty thing and
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Young pretty thing. He bought me a house.
Okay.
In Clayton County, Rex, Georgia.
Yeah.
He bought me an Expedition. He bought me a Mustang. He bought me 2 brand new cars.
So you was the we've got.
Let me teach you young men something. Human nature is adapted to respect things that they work hard for. Don't keep giving women things that they don't work for, because she'll never respect it. That's man or woman, but particularly women as it relates to this conversation. When you give a woman something and she doesn't earn it and you just give it to her, then she see you as a commodity instead of seeing you as a human being. And when you lead with your wallet, then don't be angry or frustrated when she played you like a fool. Genuine attraction supersedes the wallet. Genuine attraction see a man for what he is. And while women want men with resources, a woman is genuinely attracted to a man, but is not always or more or less prone to use that man as a resource tool. So be aware of that and be careful when it comes down to dating modern women in modern times, because many will see you as a resource. Keep listening.
Got another interviewee on this channel that has a similar enough story to where when you see these young girls and they kind of you're wondering how they have all this stuff in situations like this.
Right.
Okay. All right. And so you guys was married for a long time. When did it go from powder to crack cocaine?
When he left me 17 years later.
So why did you decide to smoke crack
because
cocaine
I
at that
gave
point?
up on myself. I felt like I didn't have enough education, get back in school. I felt like I was dumb. And I just wanted to just give up. I just gave up and went back on drugs.
You got in the club at 17.
Yeah.
What was the first age that you traded sex for money?
17.
Was that before you got in the club or after?
That was when I got in the club.
Okay, so it's like right away.
Yeah, I started tricking off, dating, because that was the big thing in the club today. Get money. If you don't have money in the club, then you date. And then you have sex with, men.
Okay, all right, okay. The guys who were your boyfriends during your marriage, were these guys customers in the club or?
No, guys I met in the mall.
Okay, so these was just kind of guys that had the swagger that you liked.
Yeah.
They had the, okay, I get it. All right, all right. And so you started smoking crack when he left you. Why did he say he left you?
Because I asked for money too much. I was on his credit card, and I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to pay for nothing. I wanted him to pay for it. He got upset about that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was right around the age of 39 years old.
Right.
Okay. And so you say you're 51 now, right?
Right.
So the last 12 years you've been smoking crack. Where have you been living?
On the street, in and out of group home, rehab. You know, I was staying in rehab or group home.
And this woman, guys, is living on the streets, and it's going to get a lot worse for many as the economy continues to falter, as the economy continues to fall, as gas prices continue to rise, as inflation continues to rise, as there continue to be job cuts. Many are going to be homeless, and many are going to be giving you calls and texts trying to use you as a resource tool to get them in the right and proper predicament. Be aware of that. Women are going to be giving you calls out of the blue to try to get you to take care of them or to take care of their children. Focus on yourself, love yourselves. Don't be a slave to sex. Be a slave to your mission and your purpose. And I know for the younger men, it's easier said than done. I get it. But if you can practice being disciplined and practice focusing on your money and yourself, there's greater over yonder. Women abroad are not perfect. Women abroad have issues as well. But I think you get a better quality woman because they're not conditioned like they are here in America. Are they more or less beholden by like technology, like TikTok and all those things and social media? Yes, but they still are not. It's still not as bad, in my opinion, compared to modern women here in America. And that's why it's so important for you to love yourselves and focus on yourselves. Keep listening, guys.
Another time, then I just leave.
So let me ask you this. So do you regret kind of doing your husband dirty like that?
Yeah, I do, because I don't have anybody to go to. You know, he took care of a lot of things for me. Took care of my daughter, you know. I had clothes and, you know, food. I could go out and eat. But now I don't have no one like that. You know, it's hard to find somebody.
And the man she had was a simp, but she still didn't respect him. He took care of her daughter, but she still didn't respect him. He took care of the things in the home, but she still didn't respect him. And it's never enough, guys, until they hit the wall. Shaka Khan said, through the fire, through the limit, to the wall. And many have hit the wall. They slammed hard into the wall. And now, after their bodies are used up, now after their resources are gone, they're looking for you to come be the cleanup man. And that's why you have to be hyper vigilant, especially to you young men that work hard. You saved your money. You went to college. You've done the right things. You made good choices, not to invest in women that would use you as a resource. This woman had it made, but she still played the role of a fool. And that's why these conversations are so important. Keep listening.
Really cares about it.
When was the last time you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him. It's been about 14 years. He works at the airport with my twin brother. Yeah, he works at the airport now. He's not a correctional officer.
So let me ask. So if it would have happened,
I don't want to go that way with him because he's still mad. You know, he got a lot of,
it's been over a decade. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because y'all were married for 17 years, okay?
Right.
If he would have happened to come across this video on YouTube, what do you think his thoughts and instincts would be? Do you think he would want to come and immediately help and get you off the street? Or would he just...
He might. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, let me say this. If you could tell him anything that's on your heart, look him in the camera and give him a message right now.
I love you more, and I'm sorry for what I did. I regret it, and like I said, I'm trying to get back myself together. Just forgive me for what I've done, and I hope you have a great life, and keep me in prayer.
And guys, I want to remind you, be aware of the crocodile tears. Many would use crying as a form of manipulation. Many of them don't regret it. They don't regret what they did to you. Many of them regret that they got caught or they got caught up in a predicament or a situation. Because men by nature, we are programmed and designed to respond to tears and protection because we're beings of doing. Don't be a slave to the tears of these modern women because they will have you picking up the bags of the bad choices and mistakes they made. We hold men accountable in this country, but we don't do it to the same level as many of our women. And accountability should be not only to men, it should be to men and women if they make bad choices and decisions. If I make bad choices, then I need to be held accountable. If you make bad choices, man or woman, you need to be held accountable. And so don't be a slave to the crocodile tears. Many of them are not sad because of action of what they did, but many times they are remorseful because they're in a very vicarious or precarious predicament. And you don't want to be the cleanup man. Keep listening.
That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. It hurt. Like I said, I did wrong. It was my fault. He did love me at one time. Like I said, I didn't do the right thing. You know, I messed up the marriage, and he just gave up. But like I said, I appreciate, you know, God showing me that, because now I know where I went wrong at. And if you want to come and see me, you can call Anthony, you know, and locate me. I would love to see you again if you want to see me. I'm giving.
She said she knew where she was wrong at. She knew where she was wrong at then. She just didn't care. So, like I said, guys, when they hit rock bottom, that's when they have a revelation, or, you know, the Lord, you know, gave them a halo moment. But they know what they're doing, but they just don't care. And so once you get a person that use you and abuse you, you can't care anymore. Wipe your hands clean, focus on yourself, love yourself, find your woman that will honor and respect you as a man. You have to set standards and values with men and women. And if you don't have boundaries in the relationship, as I tell my clients, then you become a saboteur of your own ignorance. You need to be men and be vigilant in your responses to some of these modern women and not allowing them to make you become a slave or playing the role of a fool.
My life together again, and I hope I can see you. Okay, I love you more. Even though you don't love me, I still love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how's your relationship with your daughter?
Great. I mean, she's mad at me right now, but she still loves me.
What's she mad at you about?
But getting back on drugs again.
So when was the last time you smoked crack?
2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, so do we have any plans on
getting back in the group home? I'm going back in one Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we have plans on putting the crack down?
Putting the crack down, and everything's changed over. I'm not doing any more drugs.
Okay. All right, miss. Well, listen, if anybody...
All right, guys, that's that. Reckless lives and reckless living not only impact children, but impact the hearts and the souls and minds of men. I told you guys before that you should never fall in love, but you should love a woman within reason. When you fall in love, then you put yourself at risk of violating the standards you more or less erected that are based on keeping you mentally sane. But when you love a woman more than you love yourself, when you love her more than you love your purpose, when you love her more than you love God, not only do you make that woman an idol, you're not protecting her, because anytime she gets in her feelings, you start doing the tap dancing and more or less placating. This has been another great show as we talk about the wall and how men should be wise, or more or less aware and vigilant in these modern times. And I need you guys to remember, this is their 7 steps to male optimization. If it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. If it ain't kosher, it ain't right. Some of you guys are dealing with mental health pathologies, but you don't have to be a slave like this man was, but be a slave to your purpose and be a slave to your mission. Be well.